it won't take me long. I'm a man of a few words most of the time. These kids probably think differently, but really happy for these kids and this community and all the kids and coaches that have been a part of this, whether they're part of this football team this year. I appreciate the work that all the kids and coaches have done for me since I've been head coach at Ruston. It's been a long process and a tough one, and it all pays off tonight. And I can't be happier for these kids. And it's been a long journey for me personally, but God has been good to me and these kids, and they deserve it.
I felt like the biggest key for this team, if they were going to win a state championship, was whether the young man sitting to your left could throw the football accurately when you lined up against a team that slowed you down on the run. Talk a little bit about the job that Josh did tonight. I thought especially in the second half of that first drive, you guys kind of opened it up, and he made some big plays through the air.
Well, I think that's something that's been a progressive growth process through the year, but it's something that we knew Josh was capable of doing. When we put game plans together, offensively, defensively, and special teams, we want it all to work together to win ball games. A lot of times through the year, it's not necessarily the fanciest of game plans, and not necessarily nowadays what everybody likes to see. Everybody likes you to throw the ball around, score a bunch of points, and all of that. And we just like to win. And so we do whatever's necessary, and Josh absolutely made the plays that we needed to have in the second half. And it took a while. Zachary had a good plan, and we had to regroup at halftime, kind of do some different things, and our kids just stay coaching, and they're selfless in the respect that they want to do whatever we need to do to come out with more points than the other team.
Just short in state championship last year.
Well, I think the team from last year accomplished so many different things for our football program in the respect that, we accomplished some things that hadn't been done at Ruston in a long time, just getting back to the state championship. And, you ask somebody from Ruston, it's been a long time since we've beaten West Monroe, and you pile all of that on a bunch of kids, and they had their set of accomplishments. But I think, part of what made this group comfortable coming back was the fact that they had already been here. So they knew the trip, and we changed up a few things because they had been here. And, I challenged them in January, put a lot of pressure on them, probably too much pressure at times. And I think they felt that early in the season. But they just kept on coming back to work every week and doing the things necessary to put themselves in a position to have the opportunity that we have tonight. And it's like Jaden said out there sitting there a while ago, he said, he was really nervous going into the ball game last year. And then all of a sudden it looked like, we're running around out there, it's a familiar place, and it was just another ball game. And that's due to the effect that the team last year had. And, I think for our football program, the expectations that everybody, in particular you guys, y'all start naming state champions whenever, this will be over, and then come January, y'all put somebody else in there, and that's tough on kids to live up to the expectations that everybody has. But I do think that was the next step for our football program, is to have those expectations, be able to go out and improve it each week, and put yourself in a position to be where we are now. And that's a statement for them and a statement for our football program and our community, and I'm pleased with it.
Successful this year. Start with the buffet busters up front.
Well, I think our kids are willing for, again, to do whatever is necessary. I think that ball games are won up front, whether it be offensively and defensively in the line. And I think our kids understand it. I think they're greedy. I don't know what everybody else does, but our kids come to work every day and they're willing to stick their nose in there, and a lot of people just aren't. And so running the football is something that we hang our hat on, but it's not all we can do. And I think that's a lot of, everybody else may be surprised that we throw the ball around a little bit and no huddle and catch people off guard, but that's something that we do and we work on, and we can do it whenever we have to. I was doing pretty good till my mama come running out there, and then that kind of got me, and I know everybody can understand that. I was holding it together and trying trying to hold it back and seeing her and just kind of personally some of the things that I've gone through. It will have been 10 years since I thought I was going to have to get out of coaching, made some mistakes, and it's been a long journey for me to get past those things and to make my way back through. And I think, I talk about all the work that these kids put in, but it's been a lot of work for me personally to try to make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do in order to lead these young men the way that they deserve. And I'm just really so happy for them and our community. I think so. And the thing about Louisiana is, I spent 15 years coaching in East Texas, and they try to talk about that's the best football around, and I beg to differ a little bit about that. We take pride in Louisiana football, and I'm a Louisiana guy. And so we take pride in Louisiana, and then we take pride in North Louisiana. And I'm happy for those football teams that were able to travel down. It's a little bit of travel difference too. Whenever you're trying to figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to prepare and planning trips and all of that, it throws a little kink in things. But we're very happy to be playing in the Superdome. Since I was a kid, that was something that we always looked at and wanted to do. But very happy for the other teams that won from North Louisiana also.
The team was the deep pass. What did you see from Zachary's defense in the first half to go to the deep pass in the second half?
I don't think it was necessarily anything we saw from the first half. I think it was something that we had in the game plan, and I thought the coaches did really good. I thought that they were really piling in on the run on first down, and the coaches, we talked about it at halftime, and it was some things that was already in the game plan, and we executed those things whenever we needed to.
Coach, this is for you, but Jake, I also like you to jump in after he's done. Aiden Manning joins this team this year after not playing on last year's team. He gets the task of covering Trey Green. He has a punt return for a touchdown. There's not a lot of kids I think can join this caliber of team and make that big of a difference. Can you talk about the role he played and how big he was this season for you guys? And then you too, Jake.
I tell you this, I've never seen a kid stay out of football for his, he had not played at all in high school. He played in junior high, and he's been a starter on our basketball team since he was a freshman. And for a kid to come out in spring football and look like he's been out there the whole time, you just don't see that a lot. And the skill set that he's got, he can do a lot of different things. I think you saw he missed a pass. It may have been like a few inches overthrown. So we plugged him in on offense some. Had a couple other things that we didn't make it to run, but he's just a really dynamic player. And the thing is that I know these kids can tell you about, and a lot of people, like you see him run around returning punts and covering the best receiver they had and all of that. But he's a team leader and a really hard worker, and his addition to our team